Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today to share my latest make with you. So everything I talk about is available on our lovely website, and you'll find links to our website and all the products I mentioned below. And if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, because every Friday I'll bring you a video packed full of sewing goodness. If you can't wait a whole week, do jump on and check out our other social media accounts. I've linked them all below. So let's get started with what I've made. It is this super colourful frilly flounce blouse that I'm really happy with. I've made it in our Morocain viscose fabric, which is lovely and lightweight, so it was perfect for these lovely drapey sleeves and this flounce. I just love the colours in it. It really reminds me of like a Monet painting. It's sort of like almost like a watercolour effect. Just so many different colours in it, a lot of green, which is obviously very fashionable at the moment and just a colour I really like to wear. So yeah, perfect, lightweight, breathable, perfect for summer. Really happy with it. So the blouse has got these lovely little shoulder yokes with a bit of gathering detail. It's then got this ruffle flounce to finish the neck edge. The lovely balloon sleeves, which are gathered into elastic at the cuff, and I love that finish. I think it's so pretty. I love a bit of gathering. It's fastened. I've fastened it with a small button and loop, and then it's tied on the inside with ribbon, and it's got darts at the back for a bit of shaping at the back. And then I like to wear my blouses tucked into jeans, or I'll probably wear this with mom jean like shorts as well during the summer. But it's actually designed to have a waist tie that's separate to the blouse. It's not attached, and you just tie that round the waist to draw it in at the waist if you want to wear it untucked. But I didn't. I wanted to wear it tucked in, so I didn't bother with that. If you were going to wear it untucked, another option would be to create it as a genuine wrap pattern. So to put a waist tie on here and then another one inside, and to just create a little buttonhole on the side to pass the ties through and tie it at the side, and I think that would work really well as well. So that's just an idea, but as I say, because I like to wear my blouses tucked in, I wouldn't then put a tie here because that just wouldn't really work with the high-waisted jeans. So yeah, really pleased with this one. I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it. I think I just sort of like last year, I think it was, I'll very often wear long trousers on the bottom and like a sleeveless or short sleeve top on the top in the summer. And then last year I saw some pictures of people, probably like fashion bloggers or something, in shorts with a long sleeve blouse, and I thought, well, why don't I ever do it that way around in the summer? So I think I will with this. I certainly did it with another one of the blouses I made last year. It's just a nice different look to what I wear more often. So yeah, really pleased. It was a really easy sew. I'll talk to you more about the construction details in a minute though, but let's talk about the pattern itself. It's a super popular pattern. I've seen loads of people make this, and it's New Look 6560. It comes with view A, which is the one I've made with the flounce and the balloon long sleeve. There's view C, which is short sleeved. The sleeves are finished with a little band or cuff, and the neckline's just straight. There's no flounce. And then there's view B, which has got the flounce neckline and then a short flutter sleeve. So quite a few different options to try there. Super easy to sew. I did have an issue with the ruffle, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. If you're making that version, it's worth listening to the tips that I've got and ideas that I've got on that one. If you're making the straightforward version, super easy sew. It runs in sizes 8 to 20, so an 8's a 31.5 bust, 24 waist and 33.5 hip. The 20 is a 42 bust, 34 waist and 44 hip. I made a 10 at the bust. I've realised I used to always cut a 12 and then it would be too big around the armhole, so I've just recently sized down and everything seems to be fitting a lot better when I do that, although sometimes I have to grade out to a 12 at the back of the armhole. And then I made a 12 at the waist and hips. The pattern would have put me in a 14, but it's actually got quite a lot of ease in it. I think that's why it's got the waist tie with it to draw it in, which obviously I haven't used. So I was pleased that I chose the 12 because I think that was the right amount of ease for me. So yeah, lots of different options there, and I was really pleased with how the fabric worked for the flounce. I just think it's a really lovely, pretty, lightweight drapey fabric for summer, and there's lots of different things you could make with it, but it is great for tops and that sort of thing. Construction wise then, adjustments and sizing. Adjustments wise, I made a high round back and forward shoulder adjustment, which I do on everything I ever make. But other than that, I didn't have to adjust anything, so that was great. So again, nice and easy to sew, nice and easy to fit. Construction wise, I wanted to talk to you about the flounce. So as the pattern is designed, the flounce is supposed to come all the way down this side of the neckline as well, and I did that initially. I sewed it all the way around the neckline, and then when I tried it on, there was all of this here was also on this side and underneath the top layer of the fabric, and it was just creating a lot of bulk and puffiness that really wasn't necessary. And maybe if you had the waist tie it wouldn't be so bad, but I think I still would have found it irritating. So I'm quite surprised the pattern was designed like that, because also it's a waste of fabric. You're never going to see that part of the flounce. So I had to unpick and shorten the flounce, and I shortened it on this side to just beneath where the blouse crosses over. So if you were going to make it, you wouldn't have to go through the pain of unpicking, because you'd have my tip, you'd be able to avoid it in the first place, just make it shorter on that one side that's going to be underneath. But yeah, that was just one little issue that I had that added a bit of time onto the construction, but other than that, it really was a very, very easy sew. A couple of techniques that I used the 3-thread rolled hem on my overlocker to hem the edge of the flounce, and what this does is it sews the stitches very close together so that they sort of wrap around the raw edge of the fabric and finish it really nicely. And sometimes I just like to do that instead of doing a narrow hem, pressing it under and under again. You could do that with this fabric, to be honest, because it's lovely and lightweight. It wouldn't be an issue. I'm sure the flounce would still look lovely, but I just really like doing that rolled hem on my overlocker, and you can do that on lots of overlockers, so do check your manual if you've got a different one to me. Mine's the Desire 3 baby lock cover lock machine, and there's a full tutorial on that technique on our channel. It's the 7 clever overlocker tips and tricks for your overlocker. So you'll see the full tutorial on there if you want to see that. The other technique that I used, I made a little loop. I think it was supposed to be a buttonhole as per the pattern, but I just made a little Rolo loop to fasten the button at the side there, and I did that on my overlocker as well, because they can be quite fiddly, especially when you want to make a really thin one. They can be quite fiddly to turn through, but a great tip is to use your overlocker, and again this is in that video that I just mentioned, which I'll link below, but you just run a long chain of stitches off longer than the strap on your overlocker. Put the chain of stitches down the centre of the strap, centre of the right side of the strap, then fold the strap over the overlocker stitches, right sides together, sew it in place, but taking care not to catch the chain of stitches, and then when you finish you can pull the chain of stitches and that will turn the strap through, and it's just a really super quick and easy way to make lovely thin straps, great for this time of year, all those strappy dresses and tops and things you might want to be making. Just a really quick, easy way to do that. So yeah, overall really happy, nice easy sew, fun to make, fun to wear, really happy with the fabric choice, really love the colours in it. So I'll just give you one last little twirl before I finish, but as I mentioned at the start of the video, the pattern, the fabric, everything else that I use self-cover buttons, the elastic I use in the cuffs, I'll link all of that below for you, and the tutorials that I referred to as well. Hope you enjoyed that today, and if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.